Hello, everyone. You are welcome to a brand new week. And as always, it is a pleasure for me to welcome you to a fresh week. So, what did you do that you were not supposed to do? And what didn't you do that you were supposed to do? Hey, this is a brand new week, and it's an opportunity for you to correct all the errors and improve on the results from the previous week. I am Uche Etiaba, and it's always such a pleasure to welcome you to the fresh beginning. So, what do we have for this week? You know, I love stories, right? And I always want to tell you stories of real life happenings, not just fiction, because I believe that by the time I share some of the things that happen in my life with you, you actually get one or two things to help you in your everyday living. Remember, it's all about being intentional with everyday living. Let me tell you something that happened last week. So I had a trip to make to the city of Lagos, and the people that had engaged me booked a ticket for 6:55 p.m. Now in the city of Port Harcourt, it had been raining all day, right? All day. So I decided to leave on time, as always. I left not realizing that the traffic jam had started way earlier than where it usually starts. Believe me, I was in that traffic from the time I left the house till it was 6 o'clock. Now, remember, my flight was for 6:55. By 6 o'clock, I was still quite some distance from the airport. And then I looked ahead. It was raining. The traffic was much. The cars were not exactly moving. Whenever it moved, it was at snail speed. I thought to myself, what can I do? 1 hour to boarding, and I was still stuck in traffic. For some reason, there was just this peace in my heart. I wasn't bothered, I wasn't troubled, I didn't even really think about, oh, I'll miss the flight, I won't miss the flight. I just decided to concentrate on the moment. I brought out my phone, I started going through some of my documents. I just took my time. I was just at peace with myself. I got to the airport by 6:50 on the dot. By that time, everybody should already be boarded, okay? But I got to the airport, walked straight to the desk, picked up my boarding pass, and boarded the flight because that was final boarding call. I sat down in that plane and I was thinking about what just happened. This has never happened. At least for me, it has never happened. 6:50 was when I got to the airport. The flight was already boarding. In fact, it was final boarding call. And I flew to Lagos. But this thing got me thinking. I said, do you know how many times we forfeit our peace of mind simply because we are worrying about things we have no control over? In that car, while I was in the traffic, I could have just been so worried about, will I make the flight? Won't I make the flight? What will happen to the event in Lagos? What will my host say? How do I cope with the next day? Okay, so do I get an early morning flight? How do I go back to the house through all this traffic? I mean, so many thoughts could have just been running rampage in my mind, denying me of my momentary peace of mind. But I decided to shut down. Guess what? It is important that we understand that if we want to enjoy peace of mind per time, you need to learn to focus on what you have control over. For me, I found that is the secret to peace of mind in life. Focus on what you have control over, not on what you don't have control over. So many things happen in life. So many things happen that we didn't plan. Some of them we've taken our time, we've done our homework, everything, but somehow things just fall through the cracks. What do? Sit down, ask yourself, what are the things that are within my control? What are the things I can influence? What are the things that are within my power to change? Concentrate on those things. But for those things that you cannot do anything about because they are not within your sphere of influence, relax. That's the truth. Relax. Things will still happen. That's the truth. Okay? And you will be on the other side standing. So today, I'd like you to use the comment section. Let me know if something like this has happened to you. What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? In the heat of the moment when it was like, I'm not too sure what's going to happen. But I realized there is nothing I can do. There's nothing I could have done about that thing. There's nothing I could have done about the traffic jam. Nothing. See? So I chose to be peaceful at that time. So I just concentrated, used the time to read up my documents. All right. And that's it. So I will say to you, find out those things that are within your control, do something about them, and the things that are without your control, hey, let go. Everything will still be all right. Until I come again with another beautiful video, I will just say, keep learning, keep growing, and keep being intentional to your success.